Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. So we are in the Season 4 Preseason. Hopefully you caught the video on the first look of Season 4 Preseason. Let's go ahead and smash the Season 4 icon because we are ending Preseason today. So Season 4 Evernight Isle has about 4 hours and 35 minutes left here on server 33. We are in the first grouping of servers to get Season 4. They did expand the grouping this time around, so you can expect to have some new servers when you get to Season 4, as opposed to what you had in Seasons 1, 2, and 3, which means new competitors, new opponents, and new friends to make. Let's back out of here, because there's nothing new at that point. There's nothing new in Season Boost either, Preseason. We know that the Silver Claw Fighter base skin is going to give you a buff. Year of the Dragon will give you a buff, that's a decoration. Sarah is going to get promoted to UR, and then Lucius, Adam, and Williams are all going to get exclusive weapons. But what we're going to take a look at here in this preseason wrap-up video is the season preview. So let's smash that icon. Alright, so season preview. In the first look, we took a look at the very first item here, and we collected the rewards. In this first item, we had to kill 1,000 zombies across this war zone in order to unlock this first tidbit of information in the season preview on the first day. And in fact, that told us about Night Falls. So this season, commanders will head to the mysterious eastern island to Sakura Isle. Affected by the Nightfall device, Sakura Isle is plunged into darkness. As the concentration of the Oni Virus increases, Blood Knight will visit periodically. Zombies affected by Blood Knight will become more violent and dangerous. Now, I had collected the rewards for this in the first look video. Let's go to the second day. Day 2, we had to do building upgrades, 500 of them in this war zone. And what did we learn? Against darkness. To deal with the crisis brought by the Night and the Blood Knight, commanders can build lighthouses. When the lighthouse is activated, it can dispel the darkness and enjoy the light buffs. Dispatching electricians to allies' bases can help to increase the power level of allies, gaining a wider range of light. So we learned when we went into the overview and rules of week 1 of the season, we learned that copper is going to be the material that we need to collect and which will be ranked on at the end of the season. It's very similar to spice and rare soil. We also learned that we're going to have a lighthouse, a generator, we're going to have electricians that we can bring along with us and send to our allies, as well as a couple additional buildings because we need to generate quartz and a few other items in order to advance our resistance and increase the power of our lighthouse. So here we learned that the lighthouse is ultimately going to be our way to cure the darkness here in Sakura Isle. Alright, so let's go ahead and collect the rewards for this day. Not bad, training certificates, that's pretty good. Those are hard to get. Okay. Now let's go to day 3 of preseason. Alright, so we had to complete 500 radar tasks in the war zone. Super easy to do. And we learned about the power facility. So in the preview first look video, we suspected that there was going to be some type of Alliance power center or building of some type that we would have to defend. Well, here it is confirmed. So power is crucial for keeping the lighthouse running continuously. To obtain power stability, the Alliance can build the Alliance Center. And commanders can also build the zombie-powered generator. So we now know that, like the previous seasons, we're going to have to protect the power facility or the Alliance Center that it's going to represent. So this definitely looks like it's going to be similar to Season 3, where if you destroy a support building and the entire power facility, you will get the most copper. Individual support buildings will give you some smaller percentage. We'll see, though, when we get into the season. Let's go ahead and claim the rewards there. Some more training certificates, stamina, resource, and speed ups. Okay, now we're on to day 4 of the season preview. What do we have here? New power. Okay, to get this, we had to recruit 10,000 heroes across the war zone from the tavern. Super easy peasy, again, well exceeded. And we learned that the hero promotion and exclusive weapons this season, Sarah will unlock new powers and undergo a transformation. A fresh set of exclusive weapons has arrived. While not directly naming Lucius, Adam, and Williams, we obviously see them there in the photo, so we know that they are going to get the exclusive weapons. Okay, let's claim the rewards. Great, same kind of stuff. Next day. Alright, in this day, we had to train units, specifically 50,000 of them across the war zone, and we learn about Sakura Isle Charm. Despite the dark nights, the folks of Sakura Isle keep their spirits up. Head to the Izakaya bar and the Ryoti restaurant and help them out to earn some awesome rewards. So there's going to be some type of new building here. Not really sure how this is going to turn out. Maybe it's a land that we have to capture. Maybe like the trading post, for example, in Season 3. Not sure. So this is going to be definitely interesting what the restaurant and the bar bring to us. Maybe it's a way to interact with other players in a completely new way. We'll have to see. This definitely looks like it could be exciting. Let's collect the rewards. More of the same that we've been getting for the previous days. Let's go on to Day 6 of Preseason Season Preview, Cooperation and Conflict. Now, there was nothing to do here except the Warzone President elected. So if you caught my first look video, you saw that we had a capital conquest in this preview week. And in fact, we did, and that was completed on this day. Our president was elected, and that's how we unlocked this bit of information. So Cooperation and Conflict, the Blood Knight descends, and the Blood Knight hunters are ready to begin the relentless hunt. The trade war burden reduction is now live, introducing new defensive official skills. Gear up for battle. Another victory awaits, and it will be forged by your hands. Now this is interesting. So the trade war burden reduction is now live. We had trade posts in Season 3. We just learned about a bar and a restaurant. So maybe we actually have a bunch of new stuff here and what's familiar from Season 3. And then introducing new defensive official skills, that tells me that maybe the butler or the recruiter, maybe it's going to be the warlord or the muse, are going to get some type of additional skill. It's called out as defensive. So the other two are attack type skills. So definitely some new gameplay. I can't wait to see what this is going to turn out to be. Let's get those rewards. Awesome. And finally, Day 7, that is today. All you have to do is log in. Can't get any easier than that. You probably logged in about 100 times today. All right, so the season info has unlocked here. We are going to see what the season brings at the end of this countdown. We've got everything we can get out of the preseason. Let's go get our one last reward chest. Excellent. And in about 30 minutes, things are going to start to get real. Now, I do want to back out. Notice the countdown here for Season 4, Evernight Isle, is 4 hours and 27 minutes. And you saw that the countdown in Season Preview was the same, but the countdown here is our countdown to reset. So what I'm guessing that the season is actually going to start 4 hours after reset, but I could be totally wrong. We're going to find out as we get into the next day and see what happens, but I don't know if I'm going to be around for it because 4 hours from now, or I should say 4 hours from reset, it's going to be 2 in the morning Eastern Time, US. And kids, it's a work night. So I got to work tomorrow, but we'll see what happens. This has been the wrap-up of Season 4, Evernight Isle, Season Preview Week. Lots of new stuff to learn, lots of things to get an advantage on, but we are all waiting to see what happens with the map and to see how the game really evolves into Season 4. Will it be like Season 3? Will we go back to Season 1, battles all the time? We'll find out soon. Smash the like button, subscribe, and drop me a comment.